What's up, people? This is What You Need in the Building, and we're going to talk a little bit about Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. Okay, Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. All right, this is a fight where both guys are about the same height. In fact, Ryan Garcia is a little bit taller. Luke Campbell has a slightly longer reach. Luke Campbell, of course, being the southpaw, Ryan Garcia is, of course, an orthodox fighter. What's the difference between these guys? Well, speed is going to make a difference in this fight. Getting into position quickly is going to make a difference in this fight. But it should be an interesting fight nonetheless, because Luke Campbell has had that championship level experience, which Ryan Garcia has not faced yet. He was going to have something kind of like that if he had faced Jorge Linares, but Golden Boy kind of blocked him from facing Jorge Linares, though Ryan Garcia wanted that. So Ryan Garcia is now going to face a younger, fresher fighter who does not hit as hard as Jorge Linares, but he's has a reputation for being tough. He has a good, decent degree of skill, and as such, Olympian and all that. And Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell he executed the game plan for most of his fight uh, uh, with Vasily Lomachenko. Okay, he also had a great fight with Jorge Linares. Linares dropped him with the right hand, came back in the fight, and he dogged his way into the fight, and he did quite well. Okay, now what can I say about this? I'll say speed kills. Speed kills. So this is one of those fights where getting into position quickly, being able to counter very quickly, all of these things work in Ryan Garcia's favor. However, Luke Campbell, being the southpaw, could land a very nice, crisp, tight left on Ryan Garcia's chin. Might even drop him if Ryan Garcia does not protect his chin properly, and also when he's punching, not keep his chin up in the air. Both guys are tall fighters, and they need to tuck their chin much more often. Having said that, though, Ryan Garcia is fast. Now, timing beats speed. So it really don't matter how fast he is if he doesn't have timing. Now, if he has timing and if his footwork is right, Ryan Garcia should really make a splash with Luke Campbell. And I still think it's going to be a much better competing fight than, say, all the other Ryan Garcia fights, because Luke Campbell's on a totally different level to anything that Ryan Garcia's faced. This is going to be his toughest opposition today. Why I think that Ryan Garcia is going to stun Luke Campbell a couple times. He might drop him. He might even drop him, but he's going to stun Luke Campbell because Luke Campbell was dropped in his last fight. So he might just drop Luke Campbell. And Ryan Garcia would have already studied, Luke Campbell is kind of soft to the body. Luke Campbell is a guy who gets hit with body shots and he goes down. And this has happened a number of times. So Ryan Garcia would have kept that in his processor somewhere, and he'd be looking to land certain shots on Luke Campbell. I would say this. It's not as easy a fight as people are making it out to be. But the thing about this is people make it sound like Luke Campbell's long and he's tall, and Ryan Garcia is long and tall. But Ryan Garcia is long, tall, and quick, and he has these short chopping shots that he throws as well on the inside and on the outside. So what I would say is Ryan Garcia doesn't have the experience that Luke Campbell has. But Ryan Garcia has a lot of skill, a lot of ability, a lot of drive. We talked about discussed this before, how Ryan Garcia was talking about how, he criticized Luke Campbell for just feeling good, just about, or listening to people who tell him that, he went the distance with Lomachenko, and that's a good thing. Listen, there's no consolation prize. You either win or you lose. And when you lose, you got to make adjustments to do better. Luke Campbell's saying he would be able to do better in this fight and so on. Listen, I think Luke Campbell's peaked out. I don't think he's ever going to win a championship. Okay? I think that's as far as he goes. And unless something happens and he's able to fight for a world title against lesser opposition, the opposition that's in the lightweight division just way over his head. You know, from Lopez, you know, you name it. These guys are just special guys with special abilities, special skills. I was listening to Luke Campbell talk about Teofimo Lopez and that he's not running past Teofimo Lopez. And he thinks Teofimo Lopez, if he gets Lomachenko, is by knockout, which I already told you it would be in 5. Now, Lomachenko himself, Teofimo Lopez himself said he's not looking for it in 5. You know what I'm saying? He's going to deal with whatever's presented to him, which is the wise way to go. But I think he's going to see the shot that he's supposed to land on Lomachenko. He's going to see it clearly. And if he does what he's supposed to do, Lomachenko's going to walk right into that shot. He's going to walk right into it. You know, he's going to walk right into it. And it's not going to be just once. He's going to do it a number of times. And not only is he going to walk into it, but I think Lopez might even be able to snipe him a couple times, you know, because Teofimo Lopez is no Mayweather, but it's the same principles. If you study Mayweather versus Pacquiao, it's the same principle Teofimo Lopez has to use, not in terms of how Mayweather, you know, Pacquiao back onto the ropes, how Mayweather, not that part, the part where Mayweather counters Pacquiao in the first round. If Teofimo Lopez looks at that first round, how Manny Pacquiao tried to get lead foot dominance and come in off the front foot, double jabbing to come on the inside, and Floyd countered him. If he would look at that and start looking at how Lomachenko comes to the inside, how he tries to probe on the outside, just like Pacquiao, he tried to probe until he can find a place to come inside. So he's going to stay barely on the periphery, and he's going to try and probe. And if he can't get his way probing in, then he's going to have to bully his way in. So he knows he might have to get hit with a couple shots on the way in. Right? So that's what Lomachenko does. He'll press you till he can get to you, and he's going to come straight down the center if he has to, looking for a gap. He's looking for any kind of gap. Like you throw a punch, he'll be waiting for your punch to go back so he can go in. So that's the way Loma does it. But that's where Teal need to be ready to just snipe him as he's coming in. Also, of course, the lead right hand will come in very handy. Even with Teal just getting shots off on Lomachenko. He don't have to counterpunch on Lomachenko all night. He could also go looking for him. But he's got to be able to keep that distance in hand. What I mean by that is, if I'm going to lead with my right hand, I've got to straighten out with my left as well. The left hand has to come behind the right hand. So if I were to explain this to people, that's why I said there's a difference. You know, there's right hand leads and then there's left hand leads. The left hand leads we call jabs. Right hand leads can behave like a jab. So, for example, so let's say I'm seeing a shot right on you. So I throw my right hand lead, okay? But then instead of rolling out, right, or trying to come back with this or overstepping and falling over, I throw my right hand lead. I'm well planted. I throw the right hand lead. I throw my jab after, just to make sure I keep the distance range, and then I can either pull back or whatever. But I throw the right hand lead followed by the jab. See, a lot of people don't understand that. Just in case Lomachenko try to fall in off the right hand lead, pulling back, you see, in case he wants to fall in, I come with my jab after. See, all these little crafty little things about boxing that I love, you know, and well, you know. So yeah. With Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell, I can see again the young upcoming Ryan Garcia upsetting Luke Campbell and beating the uppercut. See, these guys were good. Luke Campbell's a good fighter. Ryan Garcia is just a different breed of fighter. Okay, Luke Campbell, yeah, he won the Olympics and all of that. You know, the amateurs, he did his thing in the amateurs. Ryan Garcia was more of a pro fighter. Okay, Devin Haney, these guys were more in the pro style. They always had the pro style, and this is what a lot of people don't understand. Sometimes a guy, he don't do that great in the amateurs, but when he gets into the pros, he's a beast, and that's why I said there's a difference between the amateurs and the pros. Well, boxers themselves say that. So anyway, Errol Spence had the pro style, and so on, Mayweather, etc. So I'm just saying that Ryan Garcia, I think the thing that makes the difference here is Ryan Garcia is going to get in position faster than Luke Campbell. Because Luke Campbell does have timing and thing he does, but he's a bit slow. You know, he's a bit slow. Even against Lomachenko, he was slow. And Lomachenko's not that fast. Ryan Garcia is way faster than Lomachenko, you know, with his feet and his hands. So it's going to be a little bit of a tricky situation. But anyway, this is what I got. What you need in the building. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to catch you guys later. Deuces.